Hi, David. You know, not one person thanked me for my labor yesterday. Not one of my children got a slice of bread or a cup of fucking water from any of you. Which just goes to showing you that there's no respect for king or man. My children are being raped, poked, and prodded because of the people that love and respect me. They got my back. Some country, some community. My mother read it, didn't say a fucking word, nothing. And I'm the problem. I'm getting tired of this shit. It's totally mind boggling. Three days in a row, and no one argued with the fucking king. People that have no mercy don't deserve any. That's very real. I don't see a reason to perform in this fucking circus at all. It's mind boggling. Anytime I do something, it's going to cost my children. I will never forgive what was done to me. And you don't see anybody fucking apologizing. or even sorry. People don't care about anything. There's no action worth doing. I couldn't get it through to one person that English is a command and control codex and it's the king's cipher. Couldn't get it through to anyone. No point talking about it either. No money in it. My children are raped because I told you about it. Where's my respect? Oh, there isn't any. And I'm supposed to respect people that have none? That would be a debasement of myself. I'd rather kill myself. Where's my respect? Oh, I don't get any. Oh, that's right. Real kings are not respected, liked, loved. Fuck no, you hate them. You wonder why the king is the way the king is? Everyone hates the king. I don't know how to change anything. Can't get anyone to listen to anything. Can't get a common ground. Can't get a common consensus. Can't. Nothing. There's fucking nothing. I wake up every day hoping this fucking world's gonna burn. Because of you ass clowns. I'm not gonna do anything to stop it. Let's put it all out there. Biden is a pedophile. Obama is gay. Michelle's a dude. Elites drink babies' blood. Child trafficking is the elite's drug of choice. Epstein services the elites. The USA is a corporation. The immigrants come over the borders are fighting age. Men who attack everyone. The food we eat is poisoned on purpose. The COVID vax was meant to depopulate the world. The election was stolen. Hillary had JFK assassinated. Mail-in ballots were used to steal elections. Cancer is purposely caused by the government in collaboration with the pharmaceutical industries. Any questions? None? None. Fuck. I don't make any plans, they fail. Plans fail. I wanted to do a lot of things, but ain't happening. It's goddamn amazing. My own mother actually wished me a fucking a happy Father's Day. Right? And I said, what the fuck's happy about it? You motherfuckers stole my goddamn son the day he was fucking born, and I'm the problem. Apparently, it's against the law for fathers to take an active interest in the education of their own fucking sons. Women have a real fucking problem with it. Especially public officials and government employees, communists and feminists. Think they're men. I'm thoroughly disgusted with the fucking lot of you. Wouldn't follow any of you anywhere. And that's why I'm still alive, because I don't follow anyone anywhere. Got trust issues. Majority of people are not worth trusting or believing. It's amazing. And I said it for personal entertainment because there's no fucking money in it. Silence means they get to kill you. Because you're fucking prey. You pray to the war god. Guess what? I'm the god of war. I'm at war with you. I'm not your friend. Not your ally. No, you made me the adversary and the enemy. Not amazing. The war god is also the god of chaos, storms. Looks like you fuckers are in for nasty weather. I know. Essentially sitting with a tornado wondering whose house I should fucking blow down. I mean, they tried to tear my house down. They wanted to burn my house to the ground, to rape my children, and force me to watch. And they don't know what they did wrong. Logic says without kings in the equation, there's no fucking queens for the trannies and the queers that want to grow up to be queens wearing fucking tiaras. Take the kings away, there's no queens. Who made the queen queen? King? The king can take the queen, but the queen can't take the king. All these things are conspiracy theories, right, professionals? I don't know what I'm doing. Nope. And if I don't know what I'm doing, then I'm pretty sure you don't know what you're doing. Don't you just hate to know it all? They don't listen to nothing. Think they know everything. Operate under assumptions without evidence of anything. Make accusations and accuse, false slander. Prosecute without any fucking proof. And the only witnesses you had or witnesses you paid for, and I beat you for $1. I can't get anyone to witness it. Whoa. Right? Try to sell me out for a fucking $1? I beat you down for one. Big money, David. You do it for the $1. Majority of children don't love their parents. They're seeking approval from their parents because the parents don't actually love their children. The children today are a result of earned income tax credits, incentivized breeding programs sponsored by American tax dollars. Most people aren't even having children because they want children. They're having children because of earned income incentives and incentivized breeding programs, free food, free housing, free rent, free stuff, free. And if there's any moral women out there left, moral ones, do you honestly expect the taxpayers to support your fucking children? Or maybe it's something you're supposed to do your fucking self. I can't even believe I'm the one saying this shit. And you fucking whores. The last thing you're going to allow me to do is educate my own fucking children. So the Constitution is fucking dead because I have rights and you operated against them. You assumed I didn't know the Constitution, so you assumed that you could move against my rights without my fucking permission. And the silent treatment I get for my goddamn time is fucking treason. Some of you are due for the fucking gallows, a hanging, for your silent sedition, for your silent fucking treason. That's the only goddamn thing you deserve. Death. Some of you thought it was funny to poke my son with a needle, prod him like a cow. It's your turn now. I paid in blood. You haven't even begun to fucking pay yet. As far as I can tell, the only one I fucking owe is me. I don't owe you or anyone an explanation, defense, fucking anything. And respect is reciprocal, which means if you don't give me any, you're not fucking getting any. Does that make sense? Or did I confuse you with my word spells? So now you can see why I can just sit here in the middle of the bull ring, run my mouth, and know that 96% of you ain't got a fucking thing to say to me. I essentially shut you all the fuck down. Because you're goddamn stupid. And I had no problem saying it. None. And that's due to my education. Thank God for homeschooling. Right, you stupid fucks? Thank God for personal independent study. Piss, power, piss, poops, power one person shit. None of you are laughing now. Me, I'm laughing. I get to laugh last. You've heard that saying, right? He who laughs last, laughs best. Because everybody else is crying. It's amazing, really. The more you respect yourself, the more community hates you. Because the majority of people have no fucking respect for themselves. See? Amazing. And I had just enough respect for myself to say something, whereas most people would choose to keep their fucking mouth shut. So I know what percentage of population I'm in. I don't need anyone to tell me what part of the population I'm in. I wonder if any of you can fucking figure it out for your goddamn selves, though. I don't think so. Four days in a row, we had a conversation about English being the King's Command and Control Codex, a program for kings, by kings, from kings, to kings, king to king. Every fucking function you goddamn perform every fucking day is a function that a king performs, including speaking. Shh. Don't tell anyone, though. 4 days in a row, the same headline. And I beat you 4 days in a fucking row with the same goddamn headline. And I can beat you with that same headline every day for the rest of my fucking life. Do you savvy that, you stupid fucking horse? You sit silent to me every goddamn day. And I have no respect for your fucking silence. None. So glad I'm an angry child all grown up. I have no respect for parents, bad educators. Children, you should educate yourselves. You might surpass your parents. They're cock blocking you, holding you back. Ooh, that smell. Can't you smell that smell? The smell that surrounds you. You smelling the roses yet? You smell like shit. We learned from the Steiner school that when people learn things, the brain starts radiating and the smell of flowers occurs. But I noticed that flowers smell a lot like poop. Couldn't help myself, David. Yeah. I was gifted something, all right. Fucking rebellious streak. Defiance. It's in the blood. It's not in a fucking school. It's inherited. It's not something you go to school for. So if there's no kings, then there's no queens, and it's just pimps and hoes faking kings and queens. Queens faking king and kings faking queen. It's amazing. Logic says you can't have one without the other. And the irony in this whole thing is it's never been about superiority. Never. No. No, it's always about recognition of both. Can't have one without the other. And I've said that so many goddamn times in my life that it made most people fucking sick. They might puke. They might have to purge the system of belief that they are currently operating under. You have to purge it. Can't have male without female. Can't have one without the other. I want to see one person contradict me and prove it. You and I both know that ain't going to happen. Can't have up without down. Down without up. Can't have one without the other. Oppositional forces, left, right. Can't have one hand without the other. Goddamn. Can't have one without the other. Can't have a North Pole without the South Pole. South Pole without the North Pole. Can't have one pole without the other pole. Can't have a clockwise motion without a counterclockwise motion. Can't have one without the other. Can't have red without a blue, blue without red. Oppositional force, red and blue. Can't have one without the other. Positive, negative. Can't have one without the other. I'm going to say that so many times, it's going to make you goddamn sick. Can't have one without the other. Can't have a sun without the moon. Moon without the sun, can't have one without the other. How about a night sky and a day sky? Can't have one without the other. Oppositional forces at play here, people. Can't have one without the other. I think I learned this stuff from Todd. You imagine hearing any of this shit come out of Todd's mouth? I'd give him a fucking trophy. So I simply started realizing I can't possibly be the problem. It's not even fucking probable. It's not even likely. You know what I'm looking for? My trophy from your silent horse. But we're not going to talk about that. News is going to travel real quickly, right, David? It's going to get north, south, east, west. It's going to move places. It's going to go somewhere. Right? And this whole there's no king. My gosh. Right? It's like Todd's working for George Soros in Walmart. Hey, Todd, Churchy Church. Do you work for George Soros of the Communist Liberal Movement? Are you sponsored by Walmart for your operation? People want to know. Because you don't think you're a king, and Walmart's sponsoring a no king movement. Democracy now. You people are suffering from amnesia. America is a republic. And I think you need to remember that. This is the republic. Shout out to my Roman citizens. How you doing? Did you think Rome died? That was a bad guess. They amalgamated. That means they transitioned themselves from a military order, a traditional sense of military order, to a religious order. They transitioned. They realized it was cheaper to be a religious order than a military one. Cheaper. Cheaper. Reactions today will be a result of profit margins. They sit silent because it's cheaper. Cheap birds, cheap tricks, cheap hoes, and Santa Claus got a bag of tricks for the ho-hos. Ho, 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 how you doing now? They're always trying to sandbag you. Santa Claus is always bagging tricks and hoes. Bagging and tagging. 4 days in a row, I use the exact same headline. 4 days in a row, the exact same response. So I'm sitting here wondering if I use the same headline and play it forever, Will you ever get it? They don't know what's wrong with me. Nobody does, apparently. Right? We're performing and providing Sunday service for this for the Catholic community right now. You carbon copy me, Christ conscious content creator. Carbon copy that. Oh, I don't know what the hell you just said. I know you don't. I'm not looking for Christ because I'm Christ conscious. Religion's all about finding Christ. Once you find Christ, what the hell are you going to do with it? Stare at it all day long? Just like these Funko Pops. I don't understand them. I'm trying to, right? I don't, I'm not into them personally. I see it as a money making racket, and I got into it bulk to wholesale. Buy them in bulk and make singular pieces available, just like with the video game stuffs. But I don't see the purpose in goddamn buying the things. You don't interact with them. You don't ever take them out of the box and play with them. Kind of like your fucking brains. You left them in shrink wrap, so it would be worth more. A collector's item, right, David? They left their brains in shrink wrap so they could keep the store presentation look, Still looks like new. Brain's still in a wrapper. Because of some candy ass wrapper. Tupac was gay? Candy ass rapper. Fucked in the ass already. Did you know? Because some don't know. You know what I mean? Some don't know these things. And they run around thinking they know things. They're not gnosis. They're not knowing. They're guessing. And if you're guessing, you're thinking or you're believing. Guessing or believing or what? Thinking you got options, option A, option B, option C. See, this is why I'm laughing. You think I'm a third option when there's only one of me. So I'm not a second option. I'm the only option when it comes to me. There's only one of me. There's lots of you, but one of me. And I'm not going to be your second option or your fucking third option. Nope. You're all out of options. And word spells. Why do you think I tag hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people while I do these streams? Personal entertainment, no money in it. My education versus yours. You all thinking you're smarter, but you don't have a response for anything that comes out of my fucking mouth. Nothing that's going to reimburse me for my education or feed my children. No. And I'm supposed to worry about what? Community? What community? Show it to me. I don't see community. I see a lot of field hands. I see a lot of fucking slaves. I see nouns and people and persons. I see a man's property, a man's possessions. And I just spit the fucking verb on it. Silence is a confession. Not gonna learn that in school though. Silence is assumed consent. They didn't say no to me. They sat silent. See, David? Animal Farm. Thank you, Dick Tickles. At least I know you're listening. That's my way of making this interactive. And those words, those 1,315 words with king in them, describe functions that a fucking king does. Drink king, smoke king, tote king, bank king, bar king. No more smirking. No more mocking. Happy Father's Day? Not for me. Not for my father either. My father killed himself. Found out I was right and he was wrong. Blow his fucking brains out. He ain't having a good day. I hate this day. Where's my son? No one gives a fuck. He's not a girl. Young boys are sent to die for causes that they don't even themselves believe in. Just like these protesters holding signs on the side of the fucking road. I challenge your signs every time I fucking see you. I get in your grill and the only thing you can do is cry about it and call it a po-po. You can't deal with your shit. You can't deal with confrontation, a conflict. Confused by the vocation of English. 75% of you are fucking illiterate. And let's bring in more illiterate people to make the problems better. Let's dilute the voting pool even fucking more and bait people with free bread and poisoned water. Sounds great, doesn't it? Poisoned food, poisoned water, poisoned education. Everything they feed you is fucking poison. Even the cigarette has poison in it. But at least I'm being honest with myself. Even when I smoke this cigarette, I am micro poisoning myself. What isn't fucking poison? Maybe the words coming out of my mouth are poison. Maybe the education is fucking poison. Maybe the doctors poisoned your fucking children and no one wants to talk about it. Right? Lie about it. And then tell me I'm the fucking problem. when your goddamn silence is murder. Shh. All I hear is the crows talking now. Caw, 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 caw. What are they doing? Flying over to fucking carcasses, getting ready to feed off them. They feed off the dead. Are you brain dead? Mentally impaired? Do you fail to comprehend the words coming out of my mouth? It's not fair, is it? I don't care. Nothing fair about this fucking world. If you fail to comprehend me, that's a failure in your goddamn education and your fucking leadership. I win. You fucking lose. My word spells confuse them, mommy. Why would licensed professionals confess crimes against humanity in front of their community? Why would they confess to their sins publicly when the death penalty is implied clearly? Speak or die. But if you confess your sins and you find out you're guilty of treason, the penalty for that is death. But sitting silent is death too. Right? If they choose to sit silent, isn't that death? Aren't they dead already? We all got choices to make. What? No, David. Sorry, murder is unforgivable. Stealing children, unforgivable. Raping children, unforgivable. Then denying that it's even happening, unforgivable. It was even Pope Francis that shouted out to the Catholic community that church has no mercy left in it. All out. Mercy seats closed. They don't have any. All out. Fresh out. It's out of season, it's out of stock, it's outdated, and it's out of time. Out of mercy. We don't have any. Oh, no. There was no mercy for my goddamn son, was there, David? No mercy for me, no mercy for Erica, no mercy for Draco. No mercy. No mercy at all. Not afraid of fucking silent whores. The longer you're silent, the more this is going to escalate. Which means you're going to lose your power. And I'm going to wind up with all of it by default. I don't have to do a damn thing. Just sit here, run my mouth publicly. For the record books, the day before No Kings movement, I stopped it dead in its tracks. The day of King's movement, I stopped it dead in its tracks. The day after the King's movement, it still hasn't gone anywhere. I stopped it in its fucking tracks. No one says nothing to the goddamn king in the room. Hey, look, I stopped this No Kings movement all by myself. Because I'm the fucking king. What you gonna do? Call me a liar? I'm not the licensed liar. I don't have permission to lie. You do. And if you tell the truth in public, you'll lose your job, your position, your status, your station. Hell, you'll lose your rank, your title, and your reputation got tarnished by a little shit and a fucker like me. You know how funny that is for me? There goes your history books. There goes your degrees. Everybody's smarter than me, right, David? Everybody. Nobody say nothing about it, though, right? Shh. 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 I'm glad we could have this dialect. So appreciative of this rhetoric. It solved something for me. My lack of confidence issues. Look at you, silent fucks. Goddamn embarrassing. Sounds like your throat chakra is suffering. Or maybe your corona chakra, your crown chakra, your Christ conscious chakra, right? You might be suffering right there between the eyes. You feel a throbbing sensation right there. It might cause you to feel Orwellian inside, right? Well, I'm getting better at this. I'm like a fucking viper in the pit, circling you squares. I'm gonna throttle you and choke you out, swallow you whole, spit out the bones. Every function you perform is function of king. When talking, you're addressing king. When speaking, you're talking, and talking and speaking are what? Skill sets, communication, verbalizing things. Word salads may cause confusion here. Give them a third option, and you fucking lost them. Lost them in the goddamn smoke trail and the fucking dust trail behind you, right? You lost them in your dust. You fucking dusted them. You may as well perform the crop dusting operation. An aerial assault apparatus for crop dusting digitally. Cloud seeding intelligence for dumb niggers. Farm hands and slaves. You literate peeps. I gotta ring a bell or two today. That's my agenda. Ring a ding-a-ling. Remember, it was Todd Church that called me King Ding-a-ling. Isn't that the phone sound too? Ring-a-ding-a-ling, 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 ring-a-ding-a-ling. What you doing, Matthew? Ringing ding-a-lings. That's what I'm doing. I'm ringing ding-a-lings. That must be why I am king of ding-a-lings, because I'm ringing them, ding-a-ling. Thank you, Todd Church. Big pair of hairy boss, sack king hoes, teabagging them, bagging and tagging. May as well be earmarking them. Services provided, services rendered. Somebody owes me money. It's amazing what happens when you have a big, hairy ball sack with a pair of balls that function. You might actually go out and do something or expect other people to do things. If I'm doing something, what the fuck are you doing? This right here, David, is why I'm probably one of the most dangerous men in America. I make you think for yourself. And then I tell you, I wouldn't fucking follow you anywhere. And watch out, hey, most people are not fucking worth following. And if you don't follow what I'm saying, then you're not follow worthy. You're not share worthy. Not even worth listening to. And if all you can do is fucking thumb me, fuck you. You're my silent enemy. If you have no respect for me, then I don't have any respect for you. The feeling is mutual. If you're going to sit silent, tone deaf, ignorant, turn a blind eye to the sins to my house, and then turn around and expect me to give a shit about your house, no, it doesn't work that way. This reminds me of a speech my father gave my neighbor when I was 10 years old. My neighbor wanted to buy my daddy's land. My daddy didn't want to sell. Neighbor said, "What'd you do if the house burns to the ground?" My daddy said to that man, "If my house burns to the ground, I'm going to burn your house to the ground with your entire family in it." House never burned to the ground. End of the conversation. My daddy told that man, "Hey, my house burns to the ground. Your house is burned to the ground. You gonna try to take me out? Fuck you think I'm gonna do to you? Love you?" And those same goddamn people that come in here and feed off my fucking house and act like they're smarter than me, I go to their floors. I tear them a new asshole in front of their friends, mothers, daughters, and community members. 80% of you are illiterate. 80% of you are obedient. 80% of you are seeking crowd approval. 80% of you live in a perpetuated state of fear controlled by the police and the state. Don't forget the church state, too. They kind of all work together and it's a conspiracy. They sure as fuck don't work together to protect your rights to anything. It's more like they work together to strip you of your rights to everything. They don't actually fucking defend anything because they're communists and they're obedient and they're conformists, these parents and these professionals, these union members. I'm in the union or the party. Didn't specify a party. Could be red, could be blue, might be purple. Do, 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 do. They made assumptions. And I called them out in court in regards to the assumptions they operated under. You're under the assumption that the courts are there to protect your rights, but these services rendered by church, state, and the government are there to strip you of your rights fucking silently, which is why no one's going to say anything in public to fucking little old me. They operated assumptions. I proved them out. I called them out on assumptions. I said, I'm not a noun. I'm not a people. I'm not a goddamn person. Don't operate these assumptions on me. I'm well aware of your grammatical deceptions. I understand the difference between living and dead words. I don't need to prove your assumptions, nor do I need to operate under them. If you're going to sit silent, you're a goddamn whore. I'll operate that assumption until you fucking correct it. But you choose not to, so silently you assume the position that you're a whore and a prostitute. Got bought off, paid for a buck. Cheap hookers, cheap hoes, cheap Jews. And oh, the Catholics are Jewish. It's their nature. You're all bound under canon law. And this pirate's firing his fucking cannon. Hail to the pirate king! Hail come! No, David, I didn't leave my family behind. My family chose to stay behind. So they got left behind. Because they chose not to believe anything I said to them. And that forced them to get left behind. Sometimes family is your biggest enemy. Right? Sometimes it's family that will betray your trust first. Parents get paid to lie to their children. Generally, the professionals get paid to lie to the public. They have permission to do such things. And in the process, they're lying to their children and themselves. So you can't have an honest public conversation in regards to anything. So I decided to operate as an anchor out of my wrath and anger instead of going around burning the city to the ground. I will sit here and run my mouth, and I will not care if you like me or not. I just won't care. No mercy. My son was deserving of mercy, but didn't get fucking any. I'm supposed to give mercy to child rapists and silent fucking witnesses who sit silent to the rape of my son but have the gall to tell me Happy Father's Day when my son ain't even fucking here. Kind of pisses me to fuck off. Where were you when my son was stolen? Nowhere. Thought I was a bad man. And now today, happy Father's Day. Even my mother, Happy Father's Day. What the fuck is there to be happy about? You didn't know what to say or do when my son was stolen, but you niggers can come in here and say Happy Father's Day? Fuck is there to be happy about? And here comes the other issue with society. Society only has empathy for itself. They love their mouth, they love their feelings, they love their concerns and their goddamn opinions. But what they don't love, factual information. Right? Actionable intel. Can silence be used as evidence of anything? Subjugation? submissive people, sex slaves, boats and hoes, right? Yeah. And I live to live another day, survive another day. They don't respect themselves. They got bought for $1. Silenced for $1. Cost effective. Spiritual banking with the king. Bank king. It's a function, right? Banking. I'm banking on the fact that banking's a fucking function. Yes or no? Banking is a function of king. Yes or no? What are you trying to do? Borrow the king? From top king? Ooh, that smell. They run around thinking no king. And I told you king is a fucking function. Talk king. What king? Speak king. Caused confusion, didn't it? You like saying it was sexist or racist. They don't hear king anywhere. Shocking to the system, right? Strike king. Check king. Cash's king. We're parlor tricking right now. Right? Political tricking. Kicking. Stubbing. Stumping. You guys confused? Prostitutes and strippers twerk for the king, right? Twerk king. Everything is for the king. Function of king. Cooking, baking, smoking, toking, drinking. Hiking, biking, rocking, streaking, stinking, stanking, stonking, musking, checking. You guys are in check to the king, top king. I perpetually hold you in check, king. Art king, spark king, frat king, ray king, body count stacking. Do everything for the king. And the funniest shit of all is you'll neither affirm it or deny it. I said English is language of king, created by kings, for kings, from kings to kings, kings to kings. So lesser based Latin tongue, dog Latin, confuses people. Language of dog. Now, let me read this. I got something for you, the result of thinking today on this day of no king. I'm thinking if there's no king, then there's no queens, just pimps and hoes, fake king, queens, or kings. I'm thinking you need to know king, learn to say no to tyrants and kings while speaking check to king. I will be doing the fact checking. Time for facts. The fact checking needs fact checking. Kings. I'm all seeing and not seeking anything, not looking. I'm not looking. I look king. I'm fishing for reactions, hooking. I'm not seeking anything. I'm seeking, talking. I'm authoring my own lines addressing king. I address the king by the king, not hooking from the king to the king, for the king, by the king, talk king, from king to king. I'm authoring king. I'm seeing that everything is a function of the fucking king. The dogs of Rome, no more goddamn barking at the king, the walking king, the talking king, the street walk talk king. I'm not a dog. I don't need walk king. I walk king. I'm Viking, not vying for king. See king, not see king. I don't need a castle to be king. Even in a shack king, I am king. I know the king is not defined by his branding or clothing, by actions when talking, think to speak king. I invoke in law of king, spell magic king, your license to lie, revoking, a fight provoking, invoking a fight, silencing, provoking, means I'm the one that's yoking. English is the language of king, is what I am thinking on this day of no king. Mainstream, I will stand against mock king. I am my king, mock king. I'm the madman, mocking. Learn the art of mocking and marking. I'm invoking and revoking your license to lie, canceling it, invoking law of king. No talk king. I know in this day of no king, I am the one that is striking, strike king, shock king, check king, ching. I will do the talk king. I know that you are fake and stupid until you making it king is self-making, faking king till I'm making king, self-made king. I know the television is for freely taking minds, taking, not faking. I'm the irking and the jerking. This is a circle jerking session for strippers twerking for the king. I am talking. I am working. I think you can all know a man is as his own king. The women are not kings. Stop fronting like you're king. I'm thinking my time to be posing peacock king. I know queens without kings. There's no queens without kings. There's no queens, just pimps and hoes. I'm not the one hooking. I'm spooking, booking, book king. No one being be as king. I am not asking, I am asking, I am talking, I am speaking. I don't need queens to do my thinking. Thought provoking. I'm the one mocking. I know it's not possible to talk without the use of king. I know when talking, talk king. I know when thinking, think king. Don't need anyone to speak king for me. Time for mock king. I think king. Time is tick king and talk king. And when you win every day, you can call that street king. I'm backmasking my mind for ignorant minds mocking. I'm thinking fines for silent dogs that are not on a par with the fucking king. No parking, no barking at king. I'm done with these commies. No more mocking, no more bootlicking. These sick dogs are sickening. Don't bother me while I'm fucking working. My house is not for mocking. No fucking sparking. Done with your mocking. Children, look at your parents. Jaws locking. They may as well be strippers on a toll twerking for the fucking king. I know when drinking and smoking, you do it with king. I know everything is a function of the fucking king. There'll be no talk king without the king. I'm thinking my lines won't have any fucking fact check king. I'm fact check king. Checking kings, wrecking kings, bringing your kingdom down, fracking. I'm not riding the gas pedal, not braking. I'm not the spooking, booking, breaking kings, fracking kings, stacking kings, checking kings, streaking king. I know when you check the king, you're checking kings, proposing cash as king. And when speaking, you should speak king, and when being you should be as king. My mind is not the one that's breaking, not stinking, not stanking. I'm musking. I'm not masking my musking. Stupidity, I'm faking. I'm not the stripper on the pole tweaking or twerking for the king. I'm the war king, hawk king. Chief Smackaho says squaws no more fucking squawking. I'm not breaking. I'm not joking. I'm talking king, speaking king, thinking king. I'm the one that mastered mocking kings. I'm the one that said, no man is my king. I am the am that I am, my own king in the making, fact check king. I know if you do the making, then you do the breaking of ego, stacking bodies and stacking counts. I'm fact checking the boat. I'm rocking. The smart people stop talking. I know whenever you're striking, strike like lightning, strike like the king, shock the king, rock the king, mock the king, king talk king, mock king, talk king. I am that I am the sea king and not seeking, not looking. The systems for tapping and squeaking, capping and sister J hooking, compassing and squaring, capping and squaring and J hooking. I'm not the street walker. I'm the one street walking king. I'm thinking the children suckered into drinking, smoking. Not interested in seeing 9-year-old children working, smoking, drinking, and fucking. A man is king even when he isn't a shack king. I know a castle for the king has nothing to do with being as king. I'm not asking, I'm asking. I'm the king authoring king, and the king's not joking, narrating. No, I'm not joking, and I am that I am Joe King. I don't see it's possible for there to be no king. I know when you're walking, you walk king. I know when you're hiking, you hike king. I know when you're broke, you can be caught hooking, hawking. I know when mocking, you should mock the king, said king, talking. I don't need any one of you to tell me everything is a function of the fucking king. Your brains are not working. I'm working. You don't respect the king working. Language of ing is English, and you're wasting my time. It's slipping away. Time ticking, talking away. And I'm smoking, toking, drinking, smoking. I know these lines are not worth junking, not rhyming, not working. Y'all be juking and jiving. I be hunting. You be ducking. I'm thinking your mama needs to be in my fucking kitchen, cooking for the king, baked king. I know the secret to ing. Add ing to anything. Now it's moving. I know that the line was mine, from my mind, mad fucking mind, breaking fools, mad fool king. 4 days in a row, you all sat silent like hoes to the king talk king. Madness. There's no king. What's up, Walmart? You got anything to say about that one? You sponsored that no king movement. I shit stomped it before, during, and after, fool. Democracy now. Your head bobbing off my cock, king. Suck king, cock off, king. Caucus members, deep throating my dick. You want to get ahead to get ahead? Sickening. I don't work for you. You work for me. And you're suffering fucking amnesia. And I'm here to make you goddamn remember factual information. I'm like a shot of moonshine up your ass. I'll make you see the light in the dark. Oh, yeah. My Nana said I was special. Calling her a fucking liar. I want answers now. Not tomorrow, Dan, calling on Jesus. Everybody waiting on Jesus? This way you want to be when Jesus show up? Waiting on Jesus in Tomorrowland. With no answers to a fucking thing? Did I just give you a spike kick? Smack kick around? I said for a while now my new name was Chief Smackaho. I gotta thank the Democrats for calling me a pimp. Found out from third party that I was a pimp. Didn't know until I got formed by a third party other than myself. Fucking A. Imagine that one. I don't have no signs around here that says pimp, prostitutes for hire. But gave me that fucking bright idea and assumption. Feelings and concerns. Concerns and feelings. Oh, so government can generate and instigate an attack on you to cause and create an alchemical electrical spark so they can feed off your energy. And you got to defend yourself from their accusations. I have to defend myself from their assumptions because they've been spying on me. I said for a while now, there's no such thing as privacy. I think surveillance is happening to everybody with or without their knowledge. When you red flag the government, in comes secret services to spy on you and collect a file on you and hand it down to social services and child protective services and local law enforcement, hospitals, blah, blah, blah. They conspire. Collaborators. Simple language. I'm not trying to confuse people. Causes a chain of command reaction. Did I red flag you because I'm a red man? Most people think they're black or white. My level of melatonin confuses people. I do have it written down. Right? I told Bobo the other day, I said, "Hi, Bobo, I know why you started a little strider. You talk a lot more shit when I'm in the room." He's like, "Why that?" I said, "My balls are bigger than yours. So my balls are in the room. Your balls, they get a little bigger. You stand a little taller because you stand next to me. And so you can act like you got a bigger pair of balls than me." As soon as I said that shit, he ran away. You know, only one child in 100 goes solo. Do it that way. They leave early. Their internal dialogue said, "Child, get the fuck out." And they follow through on it. They don't think about it. They just do it. That offends parents, right? Think about it. Parents didn't have any say so in the matter. I realized everything's based on control. Generation to generation is about control. Religion's about control. Government's about control. They're trying to control me. I don't like that shit. Do you like people trying to fucking control you? No. Watch out, I'm Shoe. That's a conspiracy. Governmenting the mind is mind control. It's conspiratorial. Well, that's what's happening because the entire political spectrum is designed to be anti-male. You know, there's another guy that kind of puts this out there, and I've started asking, I said, man, what the hell can you do besides work for the government? Can you sew? Can you stitch? Can you be of use to your man? Do you have skills? Do you have something you can provide besides your vagina? I love the way the guy put it. Because every woman's got a vagina. And this goes into my tax theory, right? Most people alive today are a result of earned income tax credits, incentivized breeding programs. Their parents don't love them. 80% of the population has emotional issues. Only one guy in 100 is going to say anything about it. And that shit amazing. Makes me a magical unicorn. In plain sight, sir. In plain sight. That's where you put a unicorn. Right in the middle of the room. You gotta avoid it. They'll act like it's not there. Like an elephant. Hide a book on a bookshelf. Why do anything special? Why dress it up? Why not just sit in the middle of the room and play dumb? Say smart things. See, it's a performance piece. PP. People, Parsons, pros, parents, prodigy, political pimps, prostitutes, politicians, police, propagate, push policy, enforce policy. They don't actually protect community. They protect policy writers, political pimps, prostitutes, pedophiles. How's the mamas and the papas doing now? How are you, voters? Gender fluid terminology. Parents are genetic material providers for their prodigy. So naturally, a result of biology would say they can suggest that the children are always smarter than their parents. You like that, lollipopkins? You like that, suckers and dum-dums? That's what bankers think of you, suckers and dum-dums. That's why they distribute them at the cash register. At every financial transaction, you can get a free sucker or dum-dum. Right, banksters? Gangster that. That's called reading it from the outside in, right? Why would you give your customers free suckers and dum-dums? Does that reflect your perspective of your clientele? Free suckers and dum dums? I wonder if that will register between people's left and right ears. We'll set a red flag up in there. Incoming mail. Which way are you going to go? Left or right? They don't know. That's why it's even funnier, I'm sure. They don't know which way to go. They don't know if it's positive or negative. It's not binary. It's trinary. Give them one option. You're a tyrant. Two options are controlled. Give them a third option, and you've lost everybody. It's mad science. Dr. Evil Feelgood in the house. How you feeling? Good? May as well call me Uncle Crank Anchor at this point. Gear cranking. Because the G is a gear. And I'm putting the word in your ear. So I can steer the gear that cranks on your brain. Which way are you going? Left or right? Because I didn't tell you to go either direction. Boy, these dumb dogs don't listen for shit. You can't get them to heel, can't get them to sit. Like chasing their tails left, right, spinning in circles like a top drill bit into the ground. Bzzz. I said one day I was going to make you bury yourself in your own shit. Get these fools to dig their own graves. Bury them. 6 feet deep under their own shit. You're full of shit. Parrots full of shit. Teachers full of shit. Pros full of shit. Political parties full of shit. Everybody towing a line full of shit. Constipation sets in. Let's have a bowel movement. Get de-pooped. 9 letters. Can't get it twisted either. I wrote that word, created that word 20 years ago. 9 letters. And it reads left to right, right to left. The same. What is that? Is that a palindrome? Right? Is that the right word for that? I can't remember right now. I'm a little buzzed. Help me out here, somebody. Words that read forward and backwards the same. Like race car. 7 letters, but read it in the mirror. Still reads race car. So I realized to add I before and afterwards to expose the ego to these things, because you're the one writing them, you're the one saying them, you're the one emitting them, like a radio station transmits a signal. That's what you do. But most people are submissive in their nature. Their brains are conditioned to receive signal but not send signal. But we're all technically radio heads because signal's going in and out all day long. But then the reality sets in that only 20% of you can hear your own thoughts. Tunnel dialogue. Well, you can't hear yourself above the noise of the political parties. Got lost in the mob. This is why mushrooms are dangerous to society. It'll break the programming. It's an amplifier of self. When you're on a microdose of mushrooms, it has several factors on the brain. One, it helps heal trauma. Scientifically been proven to help repair the brain from traumatic experience. Uh-huh. I'm streaming on Facebook and YouTube simultaneously, so bear with me. Saves me time putting this on two platforms at the same time. I'm the only person I know that does as I do, the way that I do it. That's because of my 25 years in sales and marketing and dealing with the general public. A lot of different products. I simply recognize how words cause and create problems, and people are led by their emotions. You can tell and define people by their actions, and the actions of Congress are to strip you of your rights silently, which is what the symbology is behind the COVID masks, subliminal subjugation of subjects, because they're ruling over you and not actually protecting you from anything. So their hidden agenda is to subjugate you, turn you into sex slaves, silent ones. That's what the masking mandates were about. Silencing dissident parties, subjugating the majority of people. So Congress doesn't even actually do its job at all. The idea that there is a division between the two parties is illusionary because of the fiduciary funds received from the pharmaceutical industry. The amount of money that the pharmaceutical industry poured into both parties, it bled the parties' line. So there's no clear line anymore. Both parties are compromised, it's fair to say. Encourage you to do your own research because the majority of people refuse to believe anything that I say to them. I don't know if it's because of Stockholm syndrome, stupidity, subjugation because of their silence license. Some people tell you the silence is a confession. It's a silent yes. Doesn't mean no. I find it weird how the majority of people choose to ignore everything that I say on a daily basis. Like it's wild. Reactions I got today will be the same as I got tomorrow, yesterday, and tomorrow. Do you think that's fun? No. We've been warned about the dumbing down of America for generations. There's been books written on it. The education's been watered down. The people don't know the definitions of their words. The millennials can't write in cursive. And you start trying to tell people letters have definitions and alchemical meaning. Periodic table of elements is implied here, and every letter is a symbol or a sign for elements, and you've lost their minds. Especially when you start talking about letters corresponding to numbers and the law of correspondence, because it wasn't taught in Western education, it was left out. So many things are left out. Education becomes a personal choice rather than a collective choice, which is why there's no fucking safety in numbers. And I sit over here and run a trinary formula that I created myself, result of my personal investigation and my personal education and my personal observations. And I just managed to confuse everybody on a daily basis. That's the end result. They don't know whether to run left or right. So that means they're getting buried because they didn't know. And I put them in the know. Now you do know. You didn't, but now you do. You're still disputing it though. Smart when I was a child. Never changed. Education is a choice. It's never ending. I sit here and try to tell the children that you don't have to limit yourself to a position or an occupation or a job. If you really think about it, you could perform any job that you wanted to. You could do all the jobs. And that about makes people lose their minds. Meaning you can be your own doctor. Why can't you be your own scientist, your own public speaker and writer, author? And if you're all those things, what are we doing here? Why do people run around and only think, I'm my job? And the reality is they can do any job and they can do it better when doing it for themselves and they'll be happier in the process. Do you like having corporate masters? I have physical limitations because of personal injuries and things of this nature, but I'm not crying. I'm done crying. My back's fucked, my shoulders fucked, my hands busted up. The most valuable thing a person has is their time. There ain't nothing to be happy about, David. You took it all away. I started realizing this is a human tax farm. Freedom's illusionary. Humans are a commodity. But how are you going to run? Nowhere. Who are you going to call? Who's there to call? No one. Because they're all in on it. Well, traumatize these people with king. There's no king? Oh, yeah, I'll show you king. Tell me there's no fucking king. I'll show you king. And that's the funny shit. They tell me there's no king. There's no king. Shit's wild, man. Right? I could keep playing the same headline every day and it would still. Are you I'm sure. Do you follow me on Facebook? I just reposted the I Am King thing there. You know that's gonna start rock the boat. It's too long to post in here. Hey, Pod. There's no king. I said king is a function, not just a title. It's a function. Stroke king. Cock king. My king. My king. King is a function. Most brains don't work, King. Woke King. Wait, King. You gotta lose your shit yet? This shit's fucking hilarious. Traumatize them with the function of king. It's the only way you're gonna get through to them. You gotta traumatize them. Functioning king. King's line. King's mine. No hacking king. No mocking king. No smirking at king. King is king. I did this in a grocery store the other day in front of 30 guys. Right? I walked up to 30 men and told them they were all kings. Gave them the king's speech. In front of their wives, too. Wives were pissed off about it. Can you believe that one? Just tagged you on it. I posted it on my wall. You're welcome to edit it. You know, there's a lot more king words than the ones I put out there. You know, there's 1,315 king words. But the king words are functions. Walk king. Talk king. Speak king. Think king. Not king. Narc king. Stop king. Stinking, stanking, stunking. Must king. Macking, mocking, masking. That'll put an end to the goddamn democracy now. Walmart and George fucking Soros and the communist movement. Stop it dead in its tracks 4 days in a row. It's a formula for madness, sir. My kind of madness taking over. Make king, check king, rock king, shot king, strike king. Break the king. Take king. King, take king. Everybody's in check, king. Cash is king. Or tangible goods like gold and silver. Gotta think like pirates, y'all. We like our booty. We like our treasure. Arr. We don't want to go digital. We like some of this stuff, like me talking to you, Justin. We like this, right? I can talk to Justin direct. This is nice. And then it's in a group setting, so it's group therapy, public, and people can learn through reverse osmosis and hearing in and tuning in. Tune in. You ever feel like a cartoon character in a live animation? A live action movie real? And you're a character in your own movie? You ever feel that way? Or how about this evolution in logic? There's cameras on every street corner and most likely in every traffic light, but the local law enforcement will never tell you that. And reality is, every person's got a cell phone with a camera in their pocket or up their butt in the future. In the future, it might become an accessory, you know, and when you're birthed in here, they'll just give you a Bluetooth camera up your asshole. So there'll just be one preemptively installed in you as you're birthed into this reality. But we haven't gone that far yet because we're not that full of shit yet. We're not quite that stupid yet. But I could see in the future where a bunch of narcissistic cunts would say, hey, that's a great idea. We should install Bluetooth cameras up everybody's assholes so they can live stream what's inside of them as well as outside of them at the same time. The two cameras will sync with one another and give you a picture perfect shit show. That's coming in the future. Don't want it that way personally, but some people do. And I don't know what you're going to do about them biodigital convergence people. They want to install personal low jack in everybody's asshole. Don't listen to the crazy fool in the room. Nobody wants to believe anything I'm going to say to them. We have byproducts of our speech patterns and thought processes. Our thought processes invoke speaking processes, thought provoking. It's invoking, provoking, invoking, rebuking. All are functions of king. King starts a fight by rebuking, invoking, and revoking. Revoking is to strip someone of their authority. Right. Masking. Right. But what I realize, I'm sure, is this. We started as one dimensional creatures. We had one dimension of comprehension at one point with 1D reality, one dimension, 1G. And every time the G's and the D's go up, sickness occurs. 2D, 2G. 2D, I think, is when we started developing AM/FM FM radio, right? Radio broadcast. 2D to 3D and 3G, 3G, 3D, 4G, 4D, 5G, 5D. South Korea is developing 6G technology right now. So that means they have six dimensional understanding or awareness. Once you're aware of how something works, then you can create technology that matches that comprehension. So the more we become dimensionally aware of reality, the more our technology evolves to match. Science messed has shot the foot of religion. Science has proven intelligent design through anarchy and chaos theory. Watch this. Nobody sounds the same because nobody has the same frequency. That's logic. It's not racism. Nobody sounds the same. Nobody smells the same because of diet. Everybody has their own scent. Nobody smells the same. Nobody's fingerprints are the same. Nobody's eyes are the same. These are all biological facts that are backed by technology and science. So what does that mean? Well, it verifies and goes along with what Hindus say, where every person is a mask of God. AA would call this higher self, the invisible power that operates within you, which it, creator's not outside you, creator's in you. You are creator. Most people fail to remember or don't want to know because then they'd have to do something. How is source outside you when it's inside you? People looking for God through religion, but God is hiding how is inside of you. Osiris, the Iris, Horus, Isis, Jesus, Enki, same archetype, same teachings, same geometries, forms, figures, same patterns, same structures, same. Language is different, but the patterns, same. It's how to confuse people is just by changing the words and patterns didn't change. The original religions were about worship of the mind. The pyramids were designed after the human brain. They made a scale model of the original temple, which is man's mind. This is sacred knowledge. Secret and sacred. Because if the majority knew this, there'd be no more holy wars. Because they think the temple is outside of themselves. And once you understand this, you're no longer socially acceptable, nor are you controllable. And that means you're unworkable, unyokeable, not likable. We can't get along and be friends. It's not possible. Because I'm not gullible. And I'm not liable. And I smoke a bowl. Toxin bowl. Talking bowl. We're not learning new things here. It's recognition of how everything is repeating itself and getting diluted in the process. And ultimately, it's about controlling indigenous peoples to extract natural resources from them. I've tried to say this to Daniel and others in the past. And why would you join a mission where there's a job to go to another place where you're living in harmony with nature, which is Creator's nature, God's nature? God made nature. Universities didn't make nature. Corporations didn't make nature. Nature's pre-existing. Cities and society. Those areas are not polluted. Those areas are not fucked up. Why are you bothering them? Because you want their natural resources. That's why. You're welcome, Justin. All right. And that's, you know, can be edited upon, added to, improved upon by other kings. Proclamation of the king, by the king, from the king, for the king, to the king. Past, present, future. English is the King's Command and Control Codex, the language of King's Index. It's a lexicon. It's the Book of the Dead. It gives divination and definition to life. This has nothing to do with religion. It has to do with words, spelling, and reactions causing any matter to occur. Enough with the shenanigans. Yeah, neighbors do. Government hates me. I convex them and confuse them, and I think like babysitters or something. I told them they were public employees and I worked for the public, so therefore they worked for me, and that confused everybody. I don't get paid to do your job. Pops upstairs is mind blown by me, I'm sure. Because he's watched me run this little hobby game store. Because I recognized something that was happening with Microsoft and PlayStation and now Nintendo. All the games, all the gaming giants have gone digital, you know? So they're essentially forcing you to buy digital online gaming, and you never own even the machines that you're buying. You're licensing them, so you never actually own them. They can shut you out of them whenever they want to. All it takes is bad behavior. Say the wrong thing. Get bricked out of your $500 system. So a lot of guys are not liking that stuff. They don't like that idea. They're recognizing the control matrix of it, right? Buying all digital games and buying all digital movies and nothing tangible in the terms of assets or trade value, right? I was recognizing these things 4 years ago. Now it's here. Look, now we're right in the. It's all done. Physical copies done, right? No more physical copy for any system. Think about it. They're not manufacturing any more physical copy. And so I created a trading post with the idea if I invest my own money up front in advance and I perpetually reinvest in the store as sales occur and use a portion to pay the rent, I'll be able to stay afloat. And when I realized that for myself, I started pissing people off. All of a sudden, because I realized video games are just like vintage cars, and they have a grading curve, you know? So I realized to keep all my currency and equity, which is video games and systems, and to just snap these suckers straight up. People hate me for it. It's nothing personal, it's just business. But I am open to trades for other stuff for stuff. You know, I'm a bartering kind of guy. Recognize currency is dead. There's more value in trade. You establish better relationships with your community that way. They're more personal. It's more personalized. Brick and mortar stores have lost touch with reality and community. That's 25 years of sales and marketing. And I'm not selling it to you. I'm just telling you, which is the funniest thing I can do. And sit here and watch your reactions to the news. But of course, I'm the one holding the bag because I'm the bag man. And the bagman's the bad man. Bad man, bagman, Santa Claus, bad man. First dope dealer, Santa Claus. Handing out presents to the girls and boys. You like my presents? You like my gifts? That's the shit on a platter for you. Santa Claus is also referenced as Father Time. Got nothing but time for you. Presents, time. Which way do you want to go with this information? Left or right? Or just sit here and wait for you to collectively come to your senses?